Hello and welcome to the latest review from M0OGY Radio and Antenna Reviews. My name's Dave. We're looking at a radio today. Some would say possibly the greatest CB radio of all times. Some would say it's also classed as a shitter. Well, I'm not too sure about that. So we'll look into it and see how we get on. The radio has full band coverage, 1 to 40 channels on the CB2781 frequencies. It comes equipped for wideband receive also, DC to light, and everything in between. This was invented way before the multi-frequency multi-channel EU spec radios. This can receive all of those on the same channel, so excellent stuff. You can buy one of these hopefully after this review has gone onto YouTube. The value of them will have doubled, maybe to around £5. So what we got here? So it's the Fidelity CB1000FM. It was launched back in 1981 on the great chassis. Some would say not very great, but that's the brand of the chassis. They also made a few other radios on that chassis, Eurosonics. There's various other radios made on the same chassis base, but this is a very small Fidelity. The larger Fidelities, the 2000 was a very good radio. That was a Cybernet chassis. There was a 2001 which had a roughly based Amstrad CB901 chassis, and later on, well at the same time should I say, there's a CB3000 base station. So let's have a look at the baby. This one comes with a few additional features, as I'll point out. As this radio is quite a rare beast, it came from one of the TM1 members who kindly sent me it for review purposes. Very long distance, all the way up the length of the UK. It was sent on a carrier. Unfortunately, it was a bit hit and miss at one point whether we would receive it or not, as it went past Milton Keynes. There was a Ford Focus spotted following it case in the delivery van. Luckily we had a heavy with the delivery driver, so it didn't get robbed. It's quite a rare radio for sure. Right, so I'll show you the controls. Due to its rareness, and lots of people stating that I've got very rough hands. One pointed out I've got hands like a welder. I don't know why. Don't know about that anyway. So we've decided to wear some rubber gloves. So yeah. Anyway, that'll save any fingerprints on the pristine body of the radio. So we'll show you the controls, where part 1 will be looking at the radio, and part 2 will be on air tests. Just exactly what frequency from DC to light I'll be on, who knows. But anyway, going from left to right, we've got a volume on off. Sounds better when it's off, obviously. We've got squelch, which cuts out the background hiss. Then we've got there's not many other controls. That's off to be difficult for me. Right, so we've got the Fidelity name plaque, and we've got the channel change. This one comes with an additional VFO option. You've got an exclusive here, by the way. You don't need to cut any wires on this one. It receives all frequencies anywhere really. Anyway, this one comes with the exclusive VFO option that I'll quite kindly remove for you. Some will say it looks like a 1989 red nose that Oggie's owned from new. Now that's a load of fiction. That ain't true. Anyway, we'll put it back on the channel change. It's like a key feature that it locks it. Excellent. You don't see that on a modern radio, do you? Right, so this one, it came unfortunately without a microphone. This is the typical microphone that would have been fitted with the unit from day one. Other than it would have said Fidelity on it, but oh, it's too modern this. It's got CE on the back. What's that all about? Charlie Echo, I don't know. Anyway, so this is a DM350 replica. The original one would have lots of mucus, special brew spray and dog hairs in it, I would think. And just while we're talking about that, my latest sponsor is a quality product, ideal, I'll say it again, it's ideal for cleaning microphones. Not this one because it's brand new, but typical microphone kit cleaner. There's a plug. Who says I'm set in the past? Right, so this radio comes with a very rare aftermarket slide plate, or snatch plate as they're called. Snatch, yeah, right, that's yeah, it's got another meaning that, hasn't it? But there you go. So there's your snatch plate. This one, rather than bolting it onto the bracket as I would have done in the day, they've decided to drill the top of the case. Best way forward, 4 holes, excellent. And the cases are perfect, it's not even had a bracket on it, so that's been on from new. A really good feature, really, and it's covered in rust as well. So that's a look at the front panel of the Fidelity CB1000FM transceiver. We'll move around the back next and see what's around there. Catch you in a bit. Right, looking across the back of the Fidelity CB1000FM transceiver stroke shitter. Right, from the left we've got an SO239 socket. Actually looks far better quality than a lot of modern transceivers. Length of dirty black and red lead from the slide mount. Also got a fuse, that's a rarity. Maybe it may have a 9-inch nail in it or a bit of a welding rod, who knows. But that's a good feature as well. We've got the 0.4 and 4 watt switch. This was when CB was first legalised and they decided to put some crazy power restrictions on it, thinking you could work the world on 4 watts. Flick switch, don't know where it should be. There's no guidance. Not that I doubt many of them have ever been used. Moving across, we've got an extension speaker socket, which is a 3.5mm jack plug. It's a good job I wore these gloves. Yeah. And we've got the chassis plate, which, well, it's actually a sticker. And it's quite a rare one, this. Serial number 023784. That could be rare. Very rare. Right, we haven't got a power input socket as such per se. We've got this rubber grommet, so obviously when you cut your wires right back and cut your fuse off, yeah, you're really shit out, aren't you there? But anyway, good radio rig doctor could sort that for you. And We've got a part of the side plate, and oh, we've got a free PL259. Wonder if it's an American spec one or no, it's one of them cheap horrible things that melt when you actually solder them. Yeah, oh, that's a shame. If it'd been one of them good American ones, it'd been worth as much as the rig. Right, so that's the back panel. Excellent stuff. We'll have a look inside. Right, just looking inside the Fidelity CB1000FM. Ah, that's handy. That's a bit of good engineering practice. As we see, the top casing has bolts through it. Bit of quality drilling there with the Messrs Black & Decker. Oh look, they've tried scraping the burr off with a cold chisel or something, or a rat. Right, so one of those screws, that one, no, I'm telling you a lie, that one is actually touching the top of the circuit board. Maybe that's why that bit of tape's been put on there. Really good. So that's the circuit board, the great circuit board. A few cobwebs. Don't know what version it is. Oh, that's telling you. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's in Chinese. Well, actually, it was made in Taiwan, the Republic of China. This version. Microphone socket. Does use a 4-pin screw-on type on the side of the casing. Ideal for when you're mobile, because it's just in the way of everything. Proper channel change. Good stuff. Right, we'll have a look underneath. I think I've spotted something in the bottom of it. It's been in there a while. Right, we'll come back in a moment. Right, having a look inside. What's that? Got a kitchen knife in there. Maybe someone's been tuning it up. We'll take that out. It's maybe aiding a bit of performance there, having that in there. Right. Oh, it looks actually quite unmolested in the inside it. It's not been screwdrivered to death. In fact, in all fairness to these radios, many of them are still going 35 years on with little or no repairs. An 8 ohm, half a watt, a full half 0.5 watt speaker made for, it's even great branded, Taiwan. As I pointed out, these was made in Taiwan, the Republic of China. Doubtful it was in the same factory as some of the Unident products, but that's quite amusing. That it's got a very little circuit board, a big gap with a zinc and yellow passivated box section to fill the gap in. You maybe could keep your stash of sandwiches in there or something. So that's the inside of the Fidelity 1000FM. This is the finale of the Fidelity CB1000FM review from M0OGY radio and antenna reviews. Well, we're going to give this radio some on-air tests, hopefully on the CB radio band, but who knows where it'll receive, and see how it goes. If it works well, I'd like to actually tidy it up a bit, so if anyone's got a top casing for it, without any holes in, which is in fairly good condition. I'd be quite interested in that, to get rid of that damn awful slide plate on the top by Krakow or well, whoever, but it's certainly rubbish. So if anyone's got a top casing, I'd be interested. If it doesn't work very well, which I think it probably will, because the reason being, back in the old days there was many operators close by, and this is why they got a very bad name for bleed over. They're a very sensitive radio, and they used to get wiped out. That ain't the case in the modern day, and actually we may find the receivers good, which is a bonus. If not, you'll be reading about it in the publication that I'm writing in now, Gardener's World, because it'll be getting buried there. So as probably most of you have realised, it has been a spoof review. It's been planned for quite a while, in the light of things, and thanks to Dom for sending the radio up from the Transmission One forum, much appreciated, and I hope it's created a chuckle amongst a few of you. So on that note, best 7-3 from Dave M0OGY. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.